Hi, my friends. Welcome to my page, DIY Crafts with Dar. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. How is everybody? Go ahead and say hello when you hop in. And we are going to do our skeleton insert for our birdhouse. Now, we have the porch sign for this. Actually, I could grab it and show it to you. So it's just right over there. I haven't put it out on my front porch. It's just been sitting over here. So we have the porch sign that also has the birdhouse on it. So I wanted to show you the moose. I did paint that last week and got that done. Several of you have ordered that, and then several have ordered the skeleton. So I thought I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you the skeleton. I'll show you the moose already done. It's just painted the basic colors. You guys know the basic colors that I use over and over and over. And plus, you don't have to do it the same colors that I do. But we're going to do a pink pumpkins on this skeleton. I think that will be cute. So go ahead and say hello. Let me just put you down to the project here. Yep, right there. Okay, let me turn it around. How is everybody? Oh my goodness, yesterday was busy. So I was busy with work. Lots and lots of hours at my bookkeeping job. And then I was working on all the new files. Okay, so lots of new cutout files coming your way, but I want to make sure that they're perfect for you guys. I don't want to rush through it. I mean, that would be so easy to do, just trace it and rush through it. I want to put in the score lines. Not too many people do that. But I want to put the score lines in for you guys on most of them to make it easy for you guys. I'm bringing over that sign. So I have the sunflowers in it. the great big welcome, the home sweet home door sign. I'll show you that in a second. I'll put you back up to that. But I thought, gosh, you know what? I'll grab that. It's just sitting here. So you can do either the birdhouse that stands like that, or the porch sign. So let me go ahead and put you back up to this. Sorry, I'm struggling with it. So I don't drop it. Okay. It's a circus here. It is literally a circus. Okay, so here's the porch sign. Okay, I just hit the ceiling. That's how tall it is. All right, it says home, sweet home. Okay, so you can do either one. All right, so I have my sunflowers on this one. All right, so the little door part just slides in, has like a little notch there, and then there's Velcro on the bottom part. All right, so here, let's get started on this. Let me just move that over. Just lean that up right there. All right, go ahead and say hello. I'm going to put myself up in the corner. Oh my goodness, guys. I hadn't taken a close look at the new stencils. As you know, I mean, we looked through them, but going through them and getting the cutouts made, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. There's so many fun things. I don't think there's been a fun collection like this in a long time, honestly. I just like lots of little things, the mice, the elves, the snowman, the gingerbread man. There's just so much. Oh gosh, I have my work cut out for me. For sure. Okay, let me go ahead and say hello. Oh, I did hit my 10,000. Thank you. I did. Yes, on the weekend, I think it was. Thank you so much. I know. I'm so excited. Finally hit it. It took a long time. But my people, they watch all the time. That's the thing, is that I don't want to have, 30,000 people and they don't watch. I have my small group, and you guys are very supportive and watch and comment and buy and all that. So I would rather have a smaller group that actually contributes and participates. A lot of the people that have thousands and thousands and thousands, they have purchased their people. You can do that. You can go onto websites and they will help you get all these followers. Well, if your followers are just followers and they aren't actually active on the page, it does you no good, right? No good. So anyways, look at how cute this is. The moose. This is so darn cute. I love this. I think that there is the moose just with this as a standard too. I'll have to look and see because he is so darn cute. And then this part just slides out. It says, I moose have candy. Isn't that cute? Okay, let's put that down. We're going to go ahead and we're going to paint our skeleton. He's just like our skeletons, our smaller ones that we had. And let me just look through this really quick. Hi Betty, hi Julie, hi Lynn, hi Lori, hi Laura, hi Sherry, how are you? Hi Bridget, good morning Sylvia, hi Barb, Wellness Wednesday. Yes. I know this is cute. Yeah, so I like the little birdhouse. It's kind of fun and it's cute as a porch leaner. So I get my blank part, my big piece of wood from Hobby Lobby. I get the welcome signs there when they're on clearance. So a lot of mine, they were 90% off. I love it when I can get a deal like that. 90% off is really good because wood can be expensive. So I'm always looking for a good deal on stuff. Always. Hi, Darlene Bar. Good morning. Thanks, Laura, for sprinkling. I appreciate it. We always love to get new people on here to share this with. Okay, so it has a backer. It has a full backer. Unlike the other skeletons where you had to glue the thing at the back for his head, this has a full backer. Okay, so we are doing, this is what it's gonna look like when it's all done. We're gonna do it pink. Okay, our pink we're going to use though is dragon fruit and cotton candy. So those are the two pinks that we're going to use there because I love my dragon fruit. All right, so this part's black and then our skeleton bones are white and the handle, what color is the handle? It doesn't have one on there. I guess black. So black and black, white, pink. Okay, white, got a red heart. White legs, white skeleton, but we have to do the pumpkins. So the pumpkins are going to be, I'll put them down here because that'll be easier to do it like that. Let's put the legs up here. Oh my gosh, guys, I was so busy doing files. I woke up last night and I'm just working away. It was 3 o'clock in the morning when I went to bed. Yes, it was. Okay, I'm just going to move this up here so I have a place to put this. Thanks, Jenny. How are you? So this goes on the little birdhouse stander. So, or you can do the birdhouse front porch sign. So so this will just slide right in there. But isn't he so cute? I sold a lot of skeletons this last weekend. The ones I didn't sell were the ones that had the little headstone thing that said rest in peace, which was kind of odd that, I don't know why. I don't know what the difference is. Okay, so I did bring in more white and more black. So you hope nothing sells out by the time you get paid on Friday. I think you'll be okay to Friday. I think there's a lot of people that have to wait until Friday. But yeah, I did order a few things for inventory. The things that I ordered were the snowman that is the big chubby snowman. I ordered extras of those. What else did I order? I just ordered them last night. I didn't order that many either. I want to make some kits because I was going through that transfer. The one that said 9x9. That size, that transfer, I ordered 20 of that to make kits because it's so darn cute. And I made it so that his scarf and his hat and his nose and his buttons, they are all separate pieces. I just thought this will just be so much fun. Yeah, I have the mice ready. Some of them I'm not going to do it so they're scored. Like the mice, I think it's easier for you to just paint. Yeah, so some things are going to be scored and some things aren't. Okay, I need a paper towel. Okay, so white, then what else is white? His head is white. Okay. Yeah, I should have those cutouts ready probably this afternoon. What I didn't want to do is just rush through it because I like to put the score lines in for you guys. The score lines help a lot. And plus, nobody has their stencils yet, or their transfers yet. So I'm not in a big rush to get them out. Just know that I'm going to have tons of cute cutouts. And if you're in question of something and you're like, Darlene, are you going to have this one? You can send me a message. And the answer is probably yes, I'm going to have that one. Probably. Okay, these bones are white too. Okay, so this is white also. All right, so there's that. Let's do the black. So the black is going to be, this whole background is black, and then this is black, and the doorknob is black. So, hey Sarah, how are you? That's the one you're eyeing. Yeah, the snowman, yeah, cubby, the pup cup. I didn't get any extras of that. So it's so hard because, you know, there's a lot. I wish I could get a whole bunch of sets. But I did get extras. I have one person that I needed to get extras for that won't get paid for a while. So I did get those ordered. I did order one set of the iron-ons. I did order one set. I didn't order extras of that. I don't know why. I just feel like they're going to be fine for a while, I think. Add this guy to your order and picking up. Okay, perfect. Yeah. There is the, okay, so this is, so you can either do this. It's a stand. So this stands on a table, or you can put the birdhouse on the sign. Let me put you up to myself to show you, Jenny, so that you know which one you want. So you can get these big boards at Hobby Lobby a lot of the time. And the other side just says welcome. And I just paint over it, and then we put the birdhouse at the bottom. So you can decide which one you want. This is the standard one from Hobby Lobby. And it says home tweet home. And the birdhouse just goes at the bottom. So you have to know though, because you either do the one with the stand. The bottom part is different on this one. It doesn't have the little notch. So you just have to let me know which one you want. And yeah, we can add that on there for you. Oh my goodness, guys. So much going on. So much all the time. Hi, Melissa, over on YouTube. Yeah, Jenny, just get with me and let me know. I know the new surfaces, the everyday frame, I did order that so that I can show that to you. So I did order, those things will all come later. My stuff showed that it shipped, but it really didn't. It didn't get to the post office. They did the shipping label. I need to talk to them about that. Why do the shipping label and not have it be picked up? Because you guys know how fast we ordered. We ordered before the majority of anybody ordered. Anybody else get their notice that your order shipped? And did you look at tracking to see if it really did get there? Because my tracking showed that it hadn't been picked up. So I did one order overnight, and I did one order regular just to kind of see. And both of them showed that they shipped, but neither one were picked up. Both are still at Chocator. So anyways, yeah, that's a little frustrating when that happens, because why are you rushing to get the orders processed? And the people that ordered first should be processed first, right? Because we ordered like right as soon as it posted. Those people should be processed first. And yeah, it wasn't picked up. So anyways, it's still sitting there. Still sitting there. You'll probably get them on the same day. I might get them on the same day, but they haven't shipped yet. So Yeah, one of them is going overnight and the other's going regular mail. Hi, Karen Ross. Oh, same with yours, Melissa. Okay, yeah, it shows that they did the shipping label, but that's it. Yep. That just kind of rubs me the wrong way. Sorry. Sorry, it does. All right. Okay, so black, black, white, white. Red for the heart. And then we're going to do our pink on the pumpkins. I probably should have done one of the pumpkins. I'll probably have to dry in between because otherwise I'm going to end up getting like the pink all over the other one. Okay, so we are using dragon fruit for our bright pink. So it's going to be really bright pink. And then we're using cotton candy. So dragon fruit for the door. And then dragon fruit for the large pumpkin. I'll put some in here. All right. I did not get anything painted last night because I was busy working on cutouts for you guys. But I did get all of my bookkeeping paperwork done. That was a big, huge thing. Got all of that done so that I have all my stuff that I needed to get done. My work comes first. Yeah, unfortunately. I love my job. I really do. I love the people that I work with. They're so good. You know, good, honest people that are like family to me. They are like family. So, yep. And you know, I keep saying it. I have 5 years left. I have 5 years left. Is it ever going to be 4 years? I don't know. Okay, so dragon fruit. You can just do orange if you want. Laura says usually get notification that it's shipped and then the tracking will update when it does ship. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's usually what happens to me too. Okay, let's put another coat of our white and then we'll dry everything and we can do, I'm going to do all of the dark pink and then I'll do the light pink. Yeah, this brush is falling to pieces. Oh my goodness. My dogs are so funny. They have to go for their walk every night. They get so excited. Darcy's so vocal. Do any of you guys have dogs that just are very vocal? They talk. She is my talkative one. She gets so excited over everything and she's very, very loud. Whenever it's time to go for a walk, she is just like she wiggles and wiggles and she barks and barks. She just is like so excitable. And it echoes. We're getting leashes on. We're getting poop bags ready because they're going to poop because I don't know why, they just do. So always have to have the poop bags. And she is just so loud. It echoes in the little entryway in my house. She is the loudest little girl. Same when I get home. She's just so excitable. She practically jumps into my arms. It's the funniest thing. Okay, let's dry this. We'll put on second coats of the pink. Oops. Hi, Judy Kirk. How are you? You have two vocal dogs, Laura. That's so funny. Oh, yeah. It's hilarious. Judy knows how loud my dogs are. When anybody comes to visit, we just kind of have to let them calm down. You know, scolding them isn't going to do a thing. We have to let them bark, and they're very excitable. They have to get it all out. You kind of just have to ignore it, and then we get past it. Yeah, this is so cute. I was hoping I would get my Chocolatour stuff today, but it's not going to be that fast. There's been times when it's been overnight, meant overnight. But not this time. So I think Friday we'll do the blocks, the everyday, or I think Friday, maybe Friday. I don't know. We'll see if the orders come. I mean, I might switch things around so that I get the monthly kit blocks done. Because some of you are going to be getting those. Yep, when you visit. Yeah, you don't even have to ring the doorbell. No. They are my doorbell. They are my doorbell. It's so funny. Oh my goodness. So Judy, I saw that there was a bit of excitement over there again off of Los Coches. Did you, anything happen last night? I heard it was like blocked off. It was kind of a weird thing again. I saw on the neighbor app, there were people commenting it was blocked off because there was a bomb threat. And I'm like, what is going on? Our neighborhood, it's pretty bad. There was a fire the other day, and now that. There's a couple of trailers that burned. Mobile home parks are very famous for going up very quickly, but there was only a couple that burned the other day, surprisingly. Sometimes it will just go right through them and take them all out. Our firefighters were there really quick and on it. Jenny says you have a cat that's vocal every night at 10 o'clock. If you're not in bed, he'll jump in your lap and slap your face and meow until you go to bed. Oh my gosh. Yep. That's how Stubby, he knows when it's bedtime. He wants to go to bed. Hi, Chris Dooley. Hi, Janine. How are you? We're doing our insert for our birdhouse. So this is for the birdhouse stander. I also have the birdhouse on the home tweet home welcome sign for the front, the porch leaner. So I have that here also. I haven't ever put it out on my front porch. It's just been sitting here. It's been in my room. That's so funny. I don't know why. You can only have so many porch signs out, I guess, when you have a small porch like mine. Yuppers. Okay, second coat's on this, and then I'll be able to do my light pink. This is actually third coat, sorry. Third coat on my white. Yeah, this project doesn't take too long. It's actually pretty quick. I had Tara take home a couple of projects to paint up the samples because I just don't have time right now to do everything. So usually she'll take home a project and there'll be like 6 or 8 or 10 or 12, depending on what project it is. Ornaments, there's usually a dozen. But yesterday I'm like, can you just take home these 3 projects? I have 2, 2, and 2 of each. And just get them painted so that I have samples to show everybody. So I have some more things coming. Yeah, these paintbrushes did not get rinsed right away. You didn't see that. You saw something strange on the hill. Yeah, it was up in the canyon area. In the canyon area, there was a bomb threat. I think that's what that was. So, yeah, craziness in our... I think I should use a small brush for this part. Okay, so I need to do my small pumpkin. I'll grab a small brush if I have one in here. I should have one in here. Yep. Let's see. There's one. Okay. Yeah, we do live in Lakeside. Well, I do. Is your address Lakeside? Your address is El Cajon, huh? Yeah, mine is Lakeside. So I'm doing something funny. I've told you guys that I purchased the little rubber ducks, and I've been ducking my husband's Jeep. Evidently, he's getting annoyed at it. He's like, somebody keeps ducking my Jeep. I'm like, oh, they must really like it. So I have Halloween ducks. I said, you can just duck other people's Jeeps. He goes, well, I already have a whole bunch of ducks, but I forget. He forgets to duck other people's Jeeps. But yeah, I guess I have to stop. I guess I have to just save all those ducks for when I go out and about. Or if I walk around my neighborhood and someone has a Jeep, then I'll duck it. I even did Tara's. Tara has a Jeep also, and she didn't know it was me. So I ducked her Jeep. I got little Halloween ducks from Amazon, and it's like a little variety pack of, I don't know how many, 25 maybe for, they're not even that expensive, probably 25 for $20. Anyways, I ducked her Jeep the other day. She had no idea it was me. She didn't say anything. And so yesterday I'm like, oh, did your Jeep get ducked on Monday? She goes, yeah, that was the weirdest thing. I'm like, it was me. She said, I told Wesley that the Jeep got ducked while I was at work. And And he thought that it was really strange. I'm like, yeah, it was me. So yesterday we went to walk the dogs, and I snuck one out on the Jeep on this on the side where he wouldn't see it as we're leaving. So when we walked back from taking the dogs for their walk, there's another duck. It's just so funny. Oh my goodness. If you don't know what they're the little rubber ducks, and it's just a thing that somebody started. I believe they started it in Canada, putting the little rubber ducks on Jeeps, and it's just kind of caught on, and people do it, and then they put it on their dashboard. So if you like a Jeep, you put a duck on it. Yeah. What in the world is a duck? The little rubber ducks. It's just like the little squeezy rubber ducks. And these ones have like little Halloween hats, or it looks like a skeleton. It's so funny. Unincorporated alcohol. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's true. Okay, let me dry this. Oh, Laura says a local school here had 2 students fighting and police were called. They ended up finding a gun and ammunition. Oh my gosh, in the backpack. Wow, wow, that's crazy. For sure. Our world is nuts. That poor girl who got killed. I know. I know. I saw that, and it's terrible. It's horrible what's going on. I mean, it's been bad for a while, but it just is getting worse. I mean, we had our incident here when my daughter was in high school. We had the Santana shooting. That was really horrible. And for the longest time, whenever there were sirens, it would trigger those memories. Because that day there were so many sirens. The PTSD is so real for those kids that went through that. It's just such a horrible thing. Okay, I'm going to pick this up. I think I need to use my brush and just go right along there to just make that nice and smooth, the angle, the way that goes. Okay. And I need to do this. I forgot to get out brown. I need to do the stems on the pumpkin still. So we have a house in our neighborhood that caught fire like months ago, and we've been looking at the progress, and they are not making progress on it. Slowly by surely, there's like a few boards replaced here and there. I mean, they burned out the whole top story of the house around the corner from me. And I told my husband, I said, they have not done hardly anything. What is going on? And he heard that the insurance company is not paying. So this poor guy is having to pay out of pocket. And so he's just got someone going in when he has money to fix up this and that. So right now there's no roof on this house. I hope it doesn't rain anytime soon. He has some of the walls replaced in the upstairs, but gosh, it's terrible. Terrible. Okay. All right, I think we're done with that. Let me get some brown for the stem. Yeah, Jenny, the Santana shooting was just such a horrible day. I was at work when it happened. My daughter actually graduated early, so she wasn't at the school that day. But all of her friends, my neighbor kids were at the school, and I had to be driven home. I couldn't drive. I worked in El Cajon at Sun Plumbing, and I had to be driven home. I could not drive. I was just incapacitated. It was just so devastating. Okay, so I'm going to do the stems, and I have to do 2 coats on that, and then we'll do all of our inking. And then this project, we'll glue it together. Yeah, we'll glue it together, and then it'll be done. All right. Back in the day when I was in school, and probably in a lot of schools still in some of those communities, kids have their guns in their vehicles because it's that type of an area. And if you're driving to school or driving home and there's a pheasant, you're going to shoot it. You're going to shoot it and you're going to take it home for Mama to cook. I remember the first time my boyfriend, April's dad, my daughter's father, brought me a pheasant to cook, and I was like, heck no. Not happening. This girl is not cooking a pheasant. He's like, it's just like chicken. I'm like, not to me. Because he brought me the pheasant and it wasn't cleaned or anything. I'm like, nope, you need to take that home to your mama. And he had been riding on his motorcycle to my house. They carry their shotguns. They carry their guns on their motorcycles. Yeah, that was in Idaho. It's not uncommon, but people had respect, you know? You didn't go out and shoot somebody just because you had a gun with you. It was for providing food, and that was the way it was. So I remember one day he was driving to work after we were married, and he didn't hit a deer, but somebody else had hit a deer, and they took off. And they had just hit it. Well, his brother-in-law, my brother-in-law, had a deer tag, so he called him, and he came over, and they finished the deer off and slapped that deer tag on it, and we had meat all winter. So that's the way it is up in Idaho. You know, you eat deer and pheasant and all those things. So it's not uncommon to have weapons, but you don't use them on people. Yeah, the boys had guns across the back. Yeah, they hunted on the way home from school. They hunted after school, you know. It was not uncommon at all. There was respect in the world back then. If they were angry with somebody, they had a fist fight. They had a fist fight. They would wrestle them to the ground. Okay. All right. I think we're done as far as painting. Yeah, this was a pretty quick project. Let's just make sure that we have everything. We're going to kind of assemble it and make sure. Look at how cute this is going to be. Now, the arms, you just got to kind of try it on there. They're both in this direction, but one's going down. So, and they are at a slightly different angle. So make sure you try it out before you glue it on. We are going to ink these. Okay. And here's the door part. So cute. He has a little heart. The crossbones on the door. There's the doorknob. Okay. So cute, guys. Wait, yeah, exactly. Yep. Eat rabbit, all that stuff. All that stuff. Yep. My mom used to go along the ditch line before they would spray it, and she'd pick all the asparagus. So her friend was one of the workers, and would tell her, would say, Marilyn, they're going to be spraying the ditch, so go make sure you get all the asparagus that you want. And so she would go, and the asparagus just grew wild along the ditch bank. So she would go and she'd pick it all. I didn't like asparagus back then. Judy is the reason that I eat asparagus. I didn't know I liked it. Judy would have it on, I'm just going to put a little bit of ink down here at the bottom. She would have it on her vegetable trays. When we did the craft show over in Mono Lake, that was where she used to live. The asparagus would be in there with the mustard with the great big C's, and I had never tried it until then. I didn't know I liked it. I did not know that I liked asparagus until one day somebody just talked me into trying it, and I was like, ooh, that's pretty good. That is pretty good stuff. So, yeah, asparagus grows back every year. So they would spray the ditch along the ditch because the weeds grow and grow, and then they clog up the ditch, obstruct where the water flow. So my mom's, one of her good friends, would just give her a heads up that they're going to be spraying soon, so go ahead and get all the ones before they're sprayed. You lived with deer hunters. Yes, yeah, we had deer too. So I actually went deer hunting as a child. One time I didn't walk quietly. I scared the deer. I never got to go again. You know, I remember having the deer hanging, because we have to hang it for a certain amount of days afterwards, hanging in our little utility closet outside. Yep, I remember all those things. My dad wasn't really a big deer hunter. Not like a lot of people would go every single year. He randomly would go, but not every year. We actually got a lot of meat from uncles that went. We lucked out and we were able to do that. And then fish, like salmon. One of my uncles would fly. He had a small plane, and they would go up to Alaska, and they would salmon fish, and they'd bring back hundreds of pounds of salmon. Okay, I have to use my little Q-tip to get in all these little crevices. Yeah, we always had a lot of fish. We always had a lot of game. My one uncle out in Goshen, he had a farm, and so he had chickens all the time. We had fresh chicken. It was nothing to have chickens, and they still have a few feathers on them when you go to cook them. It's like, oh, they didn't process the chicken as well as they probably should have. But yeah, there were a few feathers still on it. We always had fresh vegetables and fruit. People just shared, you know, if you had excess, then you shared with your neighbors. You didn't want things to go bad. If you had a fruit tree, you'd say, hey, I have apples. It's apple time. Come and pick apples. My mom, you know, she would always share. We always had an overabundance of our vegetables in our garden when I was a kid. We had lots of peas. We had, I don't know what it was, but we would sit there and we would shell peas for hours. We'd sit there as kids, would shell, and then she would freeze them, but we had enough to give to neighbors too. Those were the days, back in the days. My grandpa used to make deer jerky. That was really good. I remember sneaking into it when I was a kid because they kept it in a special refrigerator out, and if they kept it in the house, all the grandkids probably would have got into it. But I knew which refrigerator. They had lots of refrigerators, some in the basement, some out in the garage. I knew where that the deer jerky was. So that was good stuff. It was a different time back then. You know, I would go back to that time, but I wouldn't want to go back and learn all the lessons that I learned in my life. I went through a lot. Okay, getting all my little lines in here with my Q-tip. It is scored so you can see exactly where these lines need to be. And sometimes you can't get the ink pad in there, like in this little area, so you just have to do those with the Q-tip. Like this little line here, there's no way to get that ink pad right in there. So just use your Q-tip or the little dauber thing that you can use. Okay, I think we got everything. Let's glue together so that we can put this. Oh, you know what? I think I want to do some right in here. Let's just do a little bit of shading. Just a little. Okay, I think we're good. Hi, Sarah. Deer jerky. Yeah, one of your favorites. Jenny, when you're growing up, you raised your own beef every year. Totally understand. You had a duck and turkey across the street, had chicken lady next door. and the egg lady on the other side of her, and milk and dairy. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we had Facio's egg farm when I was a kid in Utah. We had Facio's egg farm, which is still there, which is crazy. That was just down the road from us. We had Brock's farm. This was up until we moved when the summer after ninth grade. We moved to Idaho. But even when we lived down there, my uncle would give us chickens. They bring us down stuff. It wasn't that far. It was a 4-hour drive, and somebody was always driving from Idaho down to Utah for something. Yeah. Okay. Gonna put this on here. This is the first step. Get that all lined up. Look how cute that is. Okay, that leg. Make sure you know which arm goes where. That arm, and then the heart. Have a heart. There is Velcro too to do the, I'm just going to put it about right there to Velcro this on. So it's kind of like the door, the truck inserts. Boy, this is like stopped up. It's not coming out very well, but at least it's not like coming out in a big old stream. All right. Maybe I need to open it up. So a lot of times I'll take my stylus and maybe there's something that's clogging it. And I did just set that. Yep. So that helped a lot for a second. And I stuck this piece right down on there. Of course I did. Of course I did. Okay, so did I glue that? Make sure I didn't glue the legs. Okay, that's what I thought. Pick it up and the legs fall off. Yep. Yeah, all around us we had cattle. You know, you look out your window, you're eating dinner, you're eating a hamburger, and there's a cow right outside your window. That's what it was like growing up in Idaho. We had one dog that we'd bathe her, and she loved to go out and roll in the cow poop. Oh yeah, that was her thing, was let's just see how stinky we can get after we're fresh and clean. Okay, gonna do the door. There obviously is a piece. Oops, there we go. It broke loose. I'm like, I'm gonna get some of that off. All right, there was like a clog in it. I was pressing hard and it wasn't coming out. All right, guys. Okay, so look for my post. I'm hoping this afternoon to have a post for the cutouts, or tonight. I'm kind of just taking my time to do them. I want them to be perfect for you guys. Nobody has their transfers yet. Don't panic. Look at, there's glue right there for that. I also want to make sure they fit, because guess what? The online version that Talkator posts might have changed from the version that they receive. Okay, so I'm not going to cut out a whole bunch of cutouts, not having my stencils to double check and make sure that everything fits right, because there have been issues before. So I'm not going to be that person and have stacks and stacks of them cut out and something changed. All right. There we go. Let me read comments here. Your dad always had deer salami from his deer. Oh yeah, that sounds really good. Oh, Jenny said barter and trading with neighbors. Yeah, it was a time. And you know what? We just shared with people. Like my mom would make cinnamon rolls, and she'd just take them to the neighbors. She'd make the rolls were trying to think of what the name of the rolls were. Parker House rolls. She'd make those and take them to the neighbors. She was always just really giving. You remember? Jenny remembers helping her mom pluck turkeys. Your mom even raised rabbits. Yeah. It was just a different time. Sarah says you get beef from your daughter-in-law and son-in-law. I had a hog first. Neighbor boys sell eggs. Yeah, I think it's great. Okay, so I'm going to take this off. So this is what I did last week. Okay, I'm going to show you how this goes. It's just Velcros on and off. So just like with the truck, I put the Velcro on here and then I set this on top of it. This slides in. It has a little notch and there's a notch right here on the Birdhouse. It just slides down in there like that. Okay. The Velcro, you just open up the little pieces of Velcro that you're going to get with this. And this is the prickly side, so you put the fuzzy. Okay. So they have to be opposites. So put the fuzzy piece down. Okay. And then this goes on top of it. So there's a line right here on the base. I always put mine so the bottom of whatever my thing is down right about there. So then you're just going to put this on here and you're just going to press down so that Velcro goes onto the back of this so that when you want to take this off, that Velcro is adhered to the back of it now. Okay. So you can just line it right back up when you get it out for next year. But isn't it cute? Okay, I'm gonna put it up to you guys so you can see. All right, where am I? Who am I? Isn't it so cute? That is so cute. So here's the moose one that we took out. Okay, here's the Birdhouse from before, and it did have the sunflower in it. So I can easily slide that out. I'm trying to do it one-handed. And then this one can go in there now. Okay. And then I can take this off. And my little thing, I just have to make sure, I just have to line up the Velcro. Just like that. So now I have this. Oops, wrong side. I'm like looking at my thing. Okay, so it's up a little bit higher on this one. I don't know why I did that, but it's a little bit higher. It's okay. It's all right. It's the way the Velcro is. Maybe I need to put multiple pieces of Velcro on there. Anyways, look how cute that is. Isn't it so cute? All right, so Jenny, let me know if you want the one that goes onto the welcome sign or if you want the stand-up one, because the Birdhouse part is different. What is on that? There's like something that's really weird. There's like white. Oh, it must have had something lean across it. All right. Okay, guys. So the basket insert is similar to this. I know some of you have ordered the basket insert. You're going to paint it about the same way. All right. Questions? Anyone have questions? Let me give you the link for this. So if you want to grab this, you can grab it. Well, let me find it. It's in the Halloween section. Come on. Oh my goodness, guys. Sometimes. Okay, so it's in the fall Halloween section. And let me see. Here it is. Okay. I'm going to give that to you right here. Don't forget to use your coupons. Okay. So you have a coupon, a VIP coupon for 25% off. Don't forget to use that when you order from the website. Okay. All right. I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. It's Wednesday already. Yeah, there's the trash guy was out there. I actually like trash day. I like being able to purge of those things. We go through a lot of wood and we recycle. There's a recycling bin. We don't keep our little teeny tiny pieces because we would have so many. We go through too many sheets. But anyways, I love you guys. Hope you have a fantastic day. I will see you tomorrow. It's Thursday tomorrow already. Can you believe it? Let me see if there's any questions. All right. Okay. All right. Love you guys.